Well, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like Anthony Anderson is up next in a long list of, names, and a long list of names to come as far as assault goes in Hollywood. I was on Twitter today when I had some downtime at my job, and I went on to Twitter, and he was the main trending topic for a while. He's not, I don't think he is at this point, because everything else is about Comic-Con this and Comic-Con that. That he had some charges brought up against him that he had assaulted a woman. Now, it didn't say what kind of assault it was just very vague and said that it was assault. Now, it's said that Anthony Anderson is unequivocally disputing these accusations and he plans on fighting back. And I have to give a huge shout out to Nicole's View, because she had touched on something that I probably wouldn't have mentioned in this video had I not listened to her commentary on it first. Anthony Anderson was one of the few black individuals who came to the aid of Bill Cosby when he was going through what he was going through during the trial. Now, this happens. It makes you wonder, what is Anthony Anderson working on right now that they're trying to take away from him outside of the show Blackish? Now, we know that the show Blackish was on some rocky, I would say, times, because they're trying to rewrite the storyline or something like that, where you have his character and Tracee Ellis Ross' character go through some issues. Because if you remember, a couple months ago, Tracee Ellis Ross said that there was like some issues going on the set of the show, and they didn't really go into too much detail, but it was rumors swirling around that she was talking about leaving the show and then thus altering the storyline. But I really haven't heard anything about it since then. Right now, the show is on hiatus, and as far as I know, it's coming back for another season. But I also believe Anthony Anderson is also working on, and currently working on, some projects right now. I know that he has some kind of deal with, I think it was National Geographic, to do some kind of show with animals on there. So the guy's constantly working. This is a working man right here. Like, the guy's all over the place. Like, he's literally becoming to be on a scale on a non-coonish level of Steve Harvey. Meaning he's dipping his hands in a lot of things while not working on Blackish, which is in hiatus right now. So they're probably like, oh, this guy's working too much. He's making too much money. He's everywhere. He's hosting things. He's a part of this and part of that. And it's probably some things that he's working on that we don't know about. And you know what? That is fine, because silence is golden. You don't need to let people know every move that you make, especially when you are black in Hollywood. But I'm going to go ahead and read this article that's coming from HuffPost, and hopefully we can get some more insight on these allegations. It says, actor Anthony Anderson is denying allegations made by a woman who told police he assaulted her. The Blast reported Friday that a woman filed a report with the Los Angeles Police Department earlier this year, saying that the Blackish star had assaulted her. An LAPD spokeswoman confirmed to HuffPost that there is an active investigation. The LAPD also told ABC News specifically that it has a crime report listing him as a suspect in a crime. But a spokesperson for Anderson told HuffPost Saturday that law enforcement hadn't even contacted the actor about the case. Now, that right there sticks out to me, meaning that they don't even believe this woman's claims. They don't even believe her to be truthful in what she's claiming. And right now, it's just very vague. It's just assault. Okay, what type of assault? When did the assault happen? Maybe that can be answered as we continue along. But if not, I can see why they didn't act on it. It's unfortunate that anyone can file a police report whether it is true or false, the spokesperson said in a statement. The authorities have not contacted Anthony or any of his representatives about this matter. Anthony unequivocally disputes this claim. According to The Blast, the woman went to police earlier this year and claims the assault happened more than a year ago. Citing anonymous sources familiar with the situation, the outlet reported that the woman first met Anderson when she catered an event he threw. The two then met up at a later date to talk about business opportunities, The Blast wrote, though it did not provide any specifics. The second meeting is when she says he assaulted her, though the specific details of what she says happened are unclear. Basically, the woman, to me, is lying. Because if she has all these details and happened about a year ago, which means it should be still fresh in her mind. One, why didn't she say anything a year ago? And two, if it's still fresh in her mind, why didn't she say anything? And it's still vague. It didn't say what kind of assault it was. Was it sexual assault? Was it physical assault? Verbal assault? What was it? Because there's various levels of assault, not just one. In 2004, Anderson, along with Kangaroo Jack assistant director Wayne Witherspoon, faced rape charges that a judge dropped after calling the matter the most suspicious case I've ever heard. A woman had alleged that the men raped her on a movie set, but a judge ruled that there was no probable cause. Entertainment Weekly reported at the time. Now that one is one that they kept bringing up when this particular case happened. And this is actually my first time hearing about it, because it's like back in 2004, I was only 15, and that was before social media was on the rise. At that time, all you had was Facebook, which I think was only a year old, and MySpace was probably 2 years old. But you didn't have social media back out at that time like it's flourishing today. So there was really no way you could really hear about it. But somebody's after Anthony Anderson, and he is now officially on their radar. The mere fact that he's just being accused means that they have their laser sight on his head. So Anthony Anderson, good luck in this fight. I'm hoping that you pull out of this one with a win, and hopefully it doesn't go any further than that. As a matter of fact, Jamie Foxx is was going through the same exact thing. Was it last month when that woman said that he had slapped her in the face with his dick? I said that had to be one of the funniest, weirdest things I've ever heard, because most women see that as pleasure. I'm just saying. Especially when y'all are in the act of having sex. For them, that could be a form of foreplay. But I guess. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this down in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. If you can, donate to the channel via PayPal, or you can become a patron on Patreon. Either way, I will greatly appreciate it, and I will talk to you in the next one.